Hello, I've been working for San Mateo High School for 2 years and I've worked as a public school teacher for 14 years. The purpose of this presentation is to explain how I received training to do lesson plans and how it could be revised using student-centered learning. As most teachers at the high school have experienced, especially if you've been a traveling teacher, as I have been, every district has their own processes when it comes to filling out absence forms, lesson plans, and etc. The lesson plan to be completed was complex, so all core area teachers attended a training. The training lasted around 7 hours, or most of the school day. The original training was taught in the very traditional sense. The class was organized in the traditional lecture format where the trainer stood on the podium and basically went step by step through the blanks on the lesson plan that needed to be filled. The trainees all sat in traditional classroom setup. The desks were organized in rows and there was little interaction between learners or trainees. The presenter used visual technology using a combination of an overhead camera and a PowerPoint presentation. The training was delivered using a direct learning strategy, whereas Stolovich and Keeps explained in their book, Telling A Training, the training used directive training. Although the training did cover all information that was needed, the training method made assumptions about the learner's experience as well as the trainee's knowledge regarding pedagogy. The complicated lesson plan had 20 different areas to be filled out. The information in these areas ranged from understanding how to develop lesson objectives to the types of activities to be done in the lesson using Bloom's taxonomy and over 30 different instructional practices and techniques. As well, most of the other areas to be covered in the lesson plan included having knowledge of the best methods to modify for special needs kids and students who English is their second language. Although the trainer did go through every single area that needed to be filled out in the lesson, she left too many variables to question regarding the digestion of the lesson by the attendees. The method of delivery of the lesson was mostly direct teaching, with some question-answer relationship strategy being used. However, with teachers varying in experience and teaching backgrounds, it was probably very difficult to answer every question regarding the information needed. A revised version of this training that would use a more student-centered learning method could possibly be accomplished using a constructive approach. Constructivism could definitely close the gaps that may be left by a direct teaching or question and answer strategy. The three most important concepts to cover in constructivism are hands-on learning, scaffolding on prior knowledge, and authentic learning. The focus would be to first set up the learning environment to incorporate a constructive approach. Thus, a professional development sign-up survey would be needed in order to accomplish setting up the classroom to effectively differentiate trainees. The survey would need to be a prerequisite for the training and would involve information such as what the subject the teacher instructs, how many years of experience they have, and additionally, they would be asked to bring in any lessons they have previously developed. With this information, a trainer could decipher the type of experiences teachers already have and group trainees in a way that takes advantage of developing a strong constructivist training. The teaching environment would include the trainer having tables already set up in a cooperative group format. The groups would include trainees with a range of experience from novice to experienced. The groups would include at least 2 teachers from 2 different subject areas and an assortment of lesson plans already being used. Cooperative group format can help to meet all of the 3 concepts of constructivism. A constructive approach will require the trainer to assess a trainee's prior knowledge. Placing the trainees in pre-planned cooperative groups, the trainer is more likely going to have groups with different levels of prior knowledge. Since attendees are not sitting in a traditional style, they are able to better interact similar to project-based learning and are able to do more hands-on work and share some ideas. This would meet the second key concept of constructivism, which is hands-on learning. The final key concept that can be met is authentic learning. The trainer can use some of the lessons that have already been used as samples. The groups can use these prior lessons that were developed to develop new ones. In doing so, the trainer can then ask the trainees to present their lesson plans and see if the other trainees understand the lesson plan.
created using Powtoon.